First, let's talk about why Instagram. Why is Instagram something we should even be paying even a little bit of attention to? And for me, I was a little bit late to the game on Instagram after it came out, and I was mostly spending my time on Twitter. Twitter was really neat because it was easy. It was 140 characters back then. Then they upgraded to 280 characters. But it was a quick and easy way for me to connect with my audience, and you'll hear from me more tomorrow. I used it a lot to answer people's questions because instead of having people send me emails, they could send me 140 characters, which forced people to ask questions more precisely and concisely, and I could reply more concisely too. It just made customer service a lot easier, and I do know a lot of people who use Twitter for that reason. So more on Twitter tomorrow. But Instagram is really interesting, and in fact, there's a very interesting story about Instagram and how it got started. It actually started as a whiskey/bourbon app. I don't know if you knew about this, but this is actually true. A company created an app to essentially build a library of one's bourbon and whiskey collection, and within that app, there was a picture-taking mechanism. And within that picture-taking mechanism, there were particular filters that one could use. And of course, that is the thing that people loved and used the most. And so they pivoted, they adjusted. It then became Instagram, where you could share not just your favorite whiskey or bourbon or alcoholic drink, but your life and pictures. And that's really the power of Instagram, is the pictures portion of it, right? It is what is seen, it is what is the taking up the most real estate, and that's what it's for, and that's what people are great at on Instagram. I am not, again, an expert, but I do love how simple it is to use, as well as how neat it lays everything out. And I think that we have to realize that also on the receiving end of Instagram, we are seeing these pictures as if it's like an open window into a person's life, right? But on the other side, and what a lot of people don't like about Instagram, is that it really showcases a very filtered and edited version of what a person wants to show you about their particular life too. So on the consumption end, I personally have had to work really hard to realize that, especially when I follow big entrepreneurs and inspirational people who share their most amazing things and the people they're connecting with. For example, I follow a lot of podcasters who interview some really amazing celebrities, and I'm like, wow, how do you get access to that? And sometimes it can get me down. I know Instagram and social media in general has led to a lot of depression for a lot of people, because we often can play the comparison game, right? Our life versus somebody else's life on Instagram. But you just have to remember that you are comparing your life to somebody else's highlight reel, and that is apples and oranges, right? Or apples versus a very specific apple that somebody picked out that is very shiny and neat and washed and clean and filtered, right? So that's just kind of what we have to realize when it comes to Instagram. But Instagram is great for connection. Instagram is great for showing up and being a part of a conversation. Instagram is great for building a community and building authority. Instagram is great, in my opinion, for research and for connection. So there's all these different reasons. And for those of you in the chat right now, whatever is your favorite reason or why you show up on Instagram, let me know.
This is the income stream to help you achieve your dream, all while we keep it clean. This is the income stream. It's the kind of show where you can come and go, but then you leave inspired with no fee required. The income stream with Pat Flynn.